Okay, here we are looking at the OCP Level 1 Compulsory Vault. We'll just let the girls do a couple here to warm up. It's a good arm circle, a little bit high on the board. Not quite enough height to arrive on the table with straight legs. Good arm circle. Here we have the athlete arriving on the beat board, leaning back. This is desired in order to get the hips under on the board, punch the board with nice straight position, and have a relatively straight flight onto the beat board with the arms, or onto the table with the arms up, all the way straight line from the wrists all the way to the ankles. Stepping forwards is difficult here because of now we're sort of limited by the size of the table because we have to put our hands on the table, but trying to assemble the legs right here in handstand. They're together a little bit late here in my opinion, and then maintaining this body line until we arrive flat, all at once. Legs, hips, everything should be landing at once until you disappear into the mat. So again, picking the knee up as high as possible to tuck the hips under. I prefer to see this open position in her low back totally disappear, so the hip is up high enough that it will curl the hips under in this position. It's a much more efficient and better way to hit the board. Okay, I think the text specifically talks about planting the ball of the foot here. Of course, we're in a situation where we're landing and now this shape of the table is imposed on us, so it's difficult to really to fit a handstand in this short a space with all the desired technical parts. For example, we want to see this shoulder angle maintained, not bent at the shoulders or bent at the hips. Okay, so the shoulders aren't too bad, but there is a pike in the hips. Once again, legs together by the time she arrives in the handstand. This one's a little bit better. I like this open position because it promotes rotation. A little bit easier for the small ones to fit this. They're all small, but these guys are really little. Easier for them to fit it on the table. Arm circle. Hips should be under more. This one's a little bit better for Rachel. Stepping backwards and trying to maintain a nice straight line from the wrist all the way to the ankle as much as possible. Of course, this is a lovely handstand. there's a little bit of a problem with this because when she's finished her hurdle and she arrives on the beat board, she's too vertical here. She needs to be on this angle on the arrival. She will pass through this angle on takeoff. You have to go to move forwards, but she actually bends forwards a little bit too much, which promotes too much rotation onto the table. I think also during the flight phase, if she could visually spot something down here, you know, looking in this direction, she wouldn't rotate downwards. Visually, she's looking down here. I think she needs to look over here. Good handstand, everything landing flat at the same time. This is just showing the other angle because it talks about arms being shoulder width apart. Okay? So here we have shoulder width and landing flat. Just to control the arms, keep them up during the flight. And again here, shoulder width and the handspring.